My brothers and sisters, I wish you all God's blessings. Today on this 31st Sunday, we come together to reflect on a beautiful and essential message from Jesus, the command to love. In the Gospel of Mark, we hear a scribe asking Jesus which commandment is the most important. Jesus answers with a clear and powerful teaching. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind and strength. And then he adds, love your neighbor as yourself. These two commandments, loving God and loving our neighbor, are not only the core of our faith, but the foundation of a good and meaningful life. Let's see what the meaning of loving God with all we are. First, let's look at what it means to love God with all our heart, soul, mind and strength. This love is more than just feeling good about God or thinking nice thoughts. It's about choosing to make God the center of our lives. When we love God with all our heart, we let Him guide our hopes and dreams. Loving Him with all our soul means drawing closer to Him through prayer, worship, and simply spending time with Him. When we love God with all our mind, we try to understand His Word and grow in our knowledge of Him. And when we love Him with all our strength, we use our time, talents, and energy to serve Him and others. Now, let us reflect on loving our neighbor as ourselves. The second commandment Jesus gives us is to love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus in today's Gospel from Mark adds a profound and challenging dimension, the love of neighbor as oneself. This commandment is equally important and challenges us to look beyond ourselves. To love our neighbor is to recognize their dignity as beloved of God, as our brothers and sisters in faith. Who is our neighbor? My neighbor is all the people of the world. My neighbor is my husband, my wife, my children, in-laws, relatives, friends, neighbors, those from my town, those from the next town, my co-workers, my employees, my boss. My neighbor is also the one I don't like, the one who has done something bad to me, the one who speaks badly about me. We must love our neighbor because he is our brother or she is our sister, created by God. Loving our neighbor means treating others with kindness and respect, showing compassion and helping those in need. It also means forgiving others, being patient, and doing our best to be a positive presence in the lives of those around us. Now, the relationship between these two commandments. Jesus shows us that loving God and loving our neighbor are deeply connected. We cannot truly love God if we do not love the people He has put in our lives. When we show love, patience, and kindness to others, we are honoring God Himself. As St. John tells us, if anyone says, I love God, but hates his brother, he is a liar. Our love for others reflects our love for God. Today, let's ask ourselves, how can we grow in love for God and love for others? How can we let this love shape the choices we make every day? Maybe it's through helping someone who is struggling, forgiving someone who has hurt us, or simply spending time with someone who feels alone. Let us remember that even small acts of love, when done with sincerity, bring God's light into the world. May the Holy Spirit give us, dear brothers and sisters, the strength and courage to live out these commandments so that we can bring a little more love and goodness to everyone we meet. Have a beautiful Sunday.